The United Nations operational footprint around the world has never been greater, and our mandate is truly universal. We promote human rights, sustain peace, respond to humanitarian emergencies, and work with societies and governments to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. The settings in which we operate have changed over the last years, with more challenging conditions in which we deliver our programs. For our personnel, this includes working in high-threat locations affected by active armed conflict and violence. In some of these places, UN personnel are directly targeted. Our blue flag does not always offer protection. How, as an organisation, do we know what level of risk is worth accepting in order to deliver our programs? The United Nations Security Management System has developed the security risk management process to enable us to work in dangerous environments, to stay and deliver, and to balance the implementation of programs and activities against the security risks we face. The UN's Program Criticality Framework is a key component of how the UN decides on how much risk we can accept to implement programs and activities. Program criticality assessments are conducted by the whole UN family on the ground, under the leadership of the UN Resident Coordinator or the head of a UN peace operation. These are mandatory in situations where security risk levels are high. Program criticality assessments are peer review workshops, often supported by trained facilitators, where program managers from all UN entities apply the methodology to assign program criticality levels to all UN programs and tasks. The results are reviewed and endorsed by the UN senior management. Program criticality assessments do not determine the importance of programs and activities in relation to others, but help produce a legitimate statement on the level of security risk we can accept. How are the results of a program criticality assessment applied in practice? In countries that have experienced high-threat situations such as Afghanistan, Syria, Mali, or Yemen, program criticality assessment results are used on a regular basis for the approval process of our missions and convoys, and help determine the UN's personnel footprint in different locations. In situations where security suddenly deteriorates, a program criticality assessment helps us decide which UN personnel should move to safer locations and who should stay to continue implementing the most critical tasks. Program criticality assessments can also support the UN's contingency planning for potential crisis scenarios. For example, in Kenya and Liberia, we completed program criticality assessments prior to the national elections in 2017. What support is available on program criticality? The UN's Program Criticality Coordination Team and the Program Criticality Secretariat are on hand to provide remote support and deploy teams of trained experts to facilitate program criticality assessments and advise senior management on how program criticality results are applied. Please visit our website www.programcriticality.org for more information.